we're going to make our own DIY ephemera. And all you need, start off at the beginning, Carol, is some envelopes, any size you like, old greeting card envelopes, junk mail envelopes, anything you've got, and coffee dye them. Okay, so these are some extras that I've still got out. I've stuck them together and everything. Look at that, nice and battered those are. So I've got lots of coffee dyed envelopes ready to go. This is a very tatty one. This one will do nicely. And these are original envelopes. So as you can see, really simple to make your own. These are the ones I've already made. And I'm going to show you how I did it, which is really easy. So what you do, grab your envelope, get some coffee, a little bit of coffee, black coffee in a cup, little paintbrush, and just go sort of around the edges and darken any bits that you want darker. I just went around the edges. You can do blobs, you can do whatever you like, and just to give it a bit more of an age. And because this is really battered on this side, what I'm going to do is just paint them bits. And I'm just using my little fan brush so I don't make too many big blobs. I can make them on my own. Make it like really tatty and old, like they've been found in an attic or something. That's the look I'm going for. Okay, so you can also just do some splatters. So I'm going to quickly dry those and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's dry. Now you do need to make sure it's dry, because if you start writing on it and it's damp, you're going to end up smudging it like I did. I actually did the writing first and then put the coffee on. I mean, rookie error, because it's smudged. But do you know what? It doesn't matter. It's going in a junk journal. So I'm quite happy with it. It will still go in. So there we go. We've got a grunged up envelope. Very aged and crinkly. And what I'm going to do is decide what stamp I'm going to put on first. Or stamps. I might put a few on. Now, I don't know if any of you have got stamps that are still sort of attached to their envelopes, and you're thinking, I really should like soak all these off, but then you lose your stamp on your stamp. So what I did was I just coffee dyed those as well, and I think that'll look really cool on there. In fact, I think I'm going to put this big one on because it's got really cool image of a house on there as well. So I'm going to put that one on, and I did coffee dye it already, and it's like another stamp stuck on a letter, which I think is going to look really cool. So I'm just going to stick that down a bit more. I blotted some of this up because it was taking so long to dry. And then just make sure you stick it down really well. And you can just then decorate your envelope as much as you like. I'm not going to do too much on them. Whoops, try putting it up the right way. That would be really helpful. Okay, so we're here. Sorry, I had a phone call and it clicked my phone off. So I'm back. So we're up to here. Now, I don't know about you guys. You've probably got these anyway. But I don't have any sort of postage stamp marks, you know, like to do the stamp marks that these have. And I just want to put some more on. So what I've been using is this stamp, because it's got a postmark there. And I've been like just popping that on there. Now you may find you've got a circle of some kind somewhere that you can do with writing on. And I've also got one of these. It came out of this little set here. Not quite sure where it came from, but it's like planner things, and it had 3 little lines on, and I thought, do you know what I could do with that is do some little lines here, maybe coming out. And because that looked a bit silly, I went inside as well, like that. And I think now it looks all right. And very lightly do a bit more. And I'm going to stop before I get too carried away and start stamping all over the place. So I think it's getting there. It's looking a bit more like a letter. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our pen and we're just going to handwrite like a label on there. So you just make something up like Mr. and Mrs. Cool. They can be at number 37. How about Spencer Road, Little Hampton. Let's put Bournemouth. There's no such name. Oh, I'll put Bournemouth in the UK. How about that? And you just scribble on it. You can, if you say, oh, my handwriting's no good, look at mine. You just randomly scribble. I mean, I tried to do some different sort of letters and writing. So I just sort of scribbled. That one's real scribble. And just write on them like you would. And there you go. That is your ephemera ready made. Now, I have on some of them done a bit more stamping because I thought, how cool would it be? On here it's got with love from Paris. So I thought, if I just got that corner, I could do this. Oh, maybe I'll do it on the back. Oh, from Paris with love. How about that? And you can just keep going. You can decorate it up however you like. So that is my envelopes. So I was then thinking, I need to put something in these envelopes. So I made this little kit, and these are from vintage letters that I've got in my stash. And I've printed them onto all different types of paper just to show you. Now, what you print them on may be different. But I've printed this onto some of that paper that comes out with holes in. And this is from 1933. And it's very thin paper. And I thought it was quite cool. This one is hotel paper. And what I've done is I've printed this onto something thicker. And I think that one turned out quite nice. This is just another one. These are just all vintage letters that I've printed onto coffee dyed paper. So, as you can see, this one you'll be able to fold up because it's got the seal on it as well. Lots of different handwriting, some typing. I also then made them smaller. Now, I haven't got these big, but these are just like little, there's a ration card and a certificate of discharge from active service. I just thought there would be something cool to put in. All on coffee dyed paper. So I've done all of them again and smaller. So as you can see, coffee dyed stained papers. This one's lovely. Look at the edge on that. So that turned out really well. That one had a hole in it. Obviously yours won't have a hole in. Just hasten to add that one. And another one. Now, I have also printed them onto plain white copy paper just to show you the difference. So you've got them old like that, or you can print them onto white paper and have a completely different look. So there's that one as well. Snowbell is in the brown paper. Their cat, she knew. And I've also done some little tags. So I've been obviously playing with my new computer program, and I've put these into little tag shapes. That's just an added bonus. So what I've done is I've took one of the letters, you do get this one as well, big, and I've ripped around it and distressed it again, and I've even tipped some wax onto it. It didn't go out very well, but you know. So we can do that with any of these. See, just coffee dyed. All I do then is get my envelope and fold this up. Might fit better into one of my long ones, wouldn't it? There we go. And just pop it in, and you've got a vintage letter and a vintage envelope. These smaller ones would probably work better in here. So again, now you can rip them if you've got a tear ruler, you can rip them with a tear ruler. What I'm going to do is just try and rip them quite roughly. Like this. And I've got a bit on the top, which again, I'm not going to do the ruler because I haven't got one. I don't know what happened to mine. I did make one and it's disappeared. I'm just going to take off the bottom and the top because it's straight. Because it's straight and I don't want straight. I'm going to grab my vintage photo. Oh no, I could do it with the coffee. I could do it with coffee, but then we're going to have to wait for it to dry. So just distress it a bit more on the edges. So I would recommend that you print it out onto coffee dyed paper if you want the aged look. Because obviously the back, if you print it onto like copy paper, it's going to be like really white. There we go. Just a little bit. Bits everywhere. And this one's really cool. 1877 it's got written there. You can't read it, but you can see how the paper is. And I would just do that. Tuck that in. And pop that one in to your envelope. And that would be great to put in a journal. This one, I don't know what I'm going to do with. It's going to have to go in one of my grungy ones. But have a look at the kit. I'll leave a link below. And obviously just pop over to my Etsy shop and you'll see it. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Sorry for shamelessly plugging my kit. But I think it's really cool. And I think you'll love all the different letters and things that are in it. Thank you so much for watching me. I will see you all very soon. Bye for now, guys.